Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, William Heinman. Welcome to JustForce911.com. We're going to try something new tonight. We are going to be watching a video. I'm going to be talking in the front of the video, watching the video, and then talking after the video, discussing it. So we're going to change this up a little bit from the last 2 weeks that we've had just me babbling on about a video. We're actually going to discuss the video this time. So stick around to the end and see what we have to say. And if you would, go to Caught on Camera. The information will be down below. Go to their site and tell them I sent you. Give them a thumbs up. Give them a like. Give them a share. And subscribe to them. And while you're at it, subscribe to us. Do the bell icon so you know when we put out a new video. I'm hoping this format's going to be a lot better than the old one. I know me learning it I'm losing my mind. Not that I had a lot to lose, but it's a lot more technical than I anticipated. So it's called the Thin Blue Line, Police Misconduct and the Social Impact. So on society. So like I said, stick with us to the end. Hear what we have to say. Tell me if you like it. Subscribe. And let's get this party started, shall we?
Unveiling police misconduct in modern society. The phrase thin blue line frequently conjures up images of police officers and their sense of protection, duty, and sacrifice. It represents the line separating chaos and order, law, and lawlessness. But as reports of police misbehavior have surfaced, this symbol has come under intense criticism in recent years, casting doubt on the public's understanding of law enforcement and calling for a reconsideration of their place in contemporary society. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we are delving into a topic that is as important as it is controversial: police misconduct in modern society. This is a pressing issue that affects communities around the world, and we are here to shine a light on the thin blue line that too often protects those who betray the badge. Number 6. A historical perspective. Keeping the peace and protecting the public have always been the responsibilities of the police. The goal of establishing modern policing in the 19th century was to produce an organized, responsible force that would enforce the law with objectivity. But there have also been cases of discrimination, power abuse, and corruption throughout the history of law enforcement. Police misbehavior is not a new phenomenon. Examples include the 1960s suppression of civil rights movements and the implementation of discriminatory legislation during the Jim Crow era. The structural problems that still afflict law enforcement today have their roots in these historical incidents. Number 5. Modern incidents and public outcry. High-profile incidents of police misbehavior and brutality in recent years have provoked large-scale demonstrations and public uproar. The demises of notable figures such as Eric Garner, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor have come to represent a larger structural issue in police agencies across the country. Due to the widespread use of social media and smartphone cameras, many occurrences have received quick international attention, sparking movements such as Black Lives Matter and driving the need for extensive police changes. Number 4. Factors contributing to police misconduct. Misconduct by police continues for a number of reasons. One of the biggest problems is a culture of impunity, in which law enforcement officials hardly ever face penalties for their conduct. The blue wall of silence, an unspoken norm among officers to shield their colleagues, complicates efforts to hold wrongdoers accountable, and internal police investigations frequently lack transparency and accountability. Inadequate training, systematic racism, and a dearth of resources for officers' mental health are among important elements that aggravate the issue. Number 3. The impact on communities. When police wrongdoing occurs, there are serious and wide-ranging repercussions. These instances create an atmosphere of fear and anger among impacted populations, especially underprivileged and minority groups, by undermining their trust in law enforcement. When police personnel who are sworn to serve and protect the public start abusing their power and turning violent, it fundamentally undermines the social compact between the public and the police. Effective police is hampered by this mistrust, which also makes it more difficult to combat crime and uphold public safety. Number 2. Calls for reform and accountability. As the public's awareness of police misconduct has grown, calls for accountability and reform have become more and more common. Revisions to use of force guidelines, the establishment of independent oversight organizations, and enhanced transparency in police operations are among the suggested reforms. Better training programs that prioritize de-escalation strategies, cultural competency, and mental health awareness are also being pushed for. Some support transferring money from police departments to neighborhood-based initiatives that deal with issues like poverty, mental health care, and education as the main contributors to violence. Number 1. The path forward. The problem of police misconduct necessitates a comprehensive strategy that extends beyond cosmetic changes. It entails tearing down the deeply ingrained structures of privilege and power that let wrongdoing to continue, as well as mending the rift between law enforcement and the communities they protect. In order to be truly accountable, an environment where moral behavior is expected and where law enforcement officials are encouraged to carry out their duties of protecting and serving without resorting to wrongdoing must also be established. In conclusion, the thin blue line that protects police misconduct must be dismantled in order to create a more just and accountable society. It is up to all of us to demand transparency, accountability, and justice from our law enforcement agencies. Together, we can work towards a future where the badge is a symbol of protection and service, not abuse of power. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more thought-provoking content on our channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on important social issues.
Okay, like I said, we're going to discuss this now. So, from what I got from this is that there are so many parts and pieces to the problem that we have. But if we take them one by one and fix the problems, I don't see why it can't be accomplished. You have racism, systemic racism, whether it's for Jews, whether it's for blacks, whether it's for Hispanics, it doesn't matter. It's still considered racism. It could even be poor white people or rich white people. It doesn't matter. Anything that is considered as racism can be solved. We just have to want to. One of the other things they talked about was the accountability or lack thereof for our police officers. They talked about the big blue shield that they hide behind. That's part of the qualified immunity. If we take the qualified immunity away from the bad apples, they no longer have that shield. And it will be able to help mend the rift between the public and the law enforcement establishment. Mental health, whether it's an officer having problems at home and taking it to work, having problems at work, taking it home, or so many times we have seen where you have a person with a mental crisis and all the police do is accelerate the problem and or turn it into a negative situation where someone actually loses their life. There are so many aspects of this that it's hard to talk about over one small 10-minute video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Go to Caught on Camera and subscribe to them. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. Tell me if you like this new format or not. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much.